a way for them to so-called have population control over the poor, because Jake was in a poor state. They was put under servitude under these other nations. They was killing the babies. All right, but they had more sense because they was doing away with the men. All right, but in this society, they big up the woman. All right, but that's a whole nother topic. All right, so that's just showing that, okay, for an example, that even back then in ancient Egypt, when Israel was growing big, they tried to control the population of Jake by implementing them killing the male child, right? I.e., abortion. Okay. All right, so we go back to Deuteronomy 28:16. Don't want to get too far off the top. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. So it said, Curse shalt thou be in the city, America, and curse shalt thou be in the field. Alright? And what's the field? The field is the world. Alright? Matthew chapter 13, verse 37. It says, He answered and said unto them, well, verse 38, Salakia. It says, the field is the world. Alright? The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. Alright? It says right here, the field is the world. Alright? So Jake was going to be scattered throughout the world. Alright? Deuteronomy 28. Alright, Deuteronomy chapter 28. And 18, it says, Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. Alright. Yeah, it says, Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of the land, and the increase of thy kin, and the flock of thy sheep. Now, what's the fruit of thy body? All right, Psalms 127. All right, it says, Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. All right, so children are considered fruit of the womb. All right, so your children are cursed. This is all part of the curse, showing that we Israel. Alright. Verse 19, it says, Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Alright. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, it says, The Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So it said that the Lord will scatter the Israelites among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. Alright? And it says, Among these nations thou shalt have no ease, neither shalt the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give you there a trembling heart, and a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. Alright? That's right. Alright. Deuteronomy 28:43 says, The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Alright. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, until thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Alright? That's right. It says, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Alright? It says, a nation of a fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Alright? Which that's who? Esau. Alright? That's Esau, so-called white man. Alright, he shows no favor to the young, i.e. abortion. Okay? Alright, so let's go back to the article. Alright, so the poor, let's go back. It says, as you read this, there are workers from the U.S. organizations and the UN organizations, which the UN is the United Nations. Alright? So the other nations, the other heathen nations are in on this. Organizations both funded by your tax dollars that are on the other side of the world, setting up family planning services for women in poor countries. Alright? And now under the curses, Jake will be poor. Okay? And Jake will be scattered. When I say Jake, I'm talking about Negroes, Latinos, and Native American descent, which are the Israelites, will be scattered all over the world. And they'll be the tail. Alright? And they will have to go to these other nations, alright, for the one of all things. And those that rule over them, mainly the so-called white man, which is the head of all these organizations, alright, will not show favor to the young, nor towards will not show favor to the young, which is your children. Alright. So that fits us. Alright. And why they want to push that? Because they want to control the population of Jake, just like it was in ancient Egypt. Alright. Why? Because mainly Esau, the so-called white man, he fears Jake multiplying. Alright. Because he know the day is going to come when he going to have to pay, which that day is fastly approaching. Alright. It says to reduce, the goal of these organizations, just like we see in the United States, is to reduce the number of poor children, alright, reduce the number of Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the poor, being born. Alright, being born. The sick control freaks that run things have decided that overpopulation is a plague. Plague that must be eradicated, and that mass murder, you see that mass murder is the answer. Alright? That's right. Let me jump down to verse 56. Alright, because that was going to be part of the curses. Alright, that the Israelite woman, she was going to do these things to her children. Alright, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter. That's right. Alright. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, her eye, alright, is evil, alright, ill, bad towards her man, alright, her baby daddy, alright, her husband, and towards her son, alright, the children that come from that man, and towards her daughter. and toward